Greetings YouTube, this is City Skylines. This is a freebie this month on PlayStation Plus. It's basically based on, it basically uses the same system as the old SimCity games, except it ain't SimCity, which is a good thing because Electronic Arts currently owns the rights to SimCity, and the last time they launched one of those games it was a disaster. But I don't know how this was when it launched, but it's 3 years old, so it's definitely not a new game, but it has all the hallmarks of SimCity. It's also got a bunch of DLC, if you're interested in this kind of game. It's got 3 years worth of DLC. Just at the moment, there's a bit of a price drop on the content, probably because it's a freebie, but don't buy the Ultimate Bundle, because the Ultimate Bundle is like 80 quid, and there's 3 smaller bundles, each for 32. But 2 of them are half price, so you can get the whole lot for something like 65-66 quid. So just do the math before you buy anything. Let's have a look at this. The only way you're going to have trouble with this game is if you're colorblind, because of the system uses lots of colorful maps to show you where things are and to what density or intensity. So yeah, if you're colorblind you're going to have trouble. This is the map where you start. And this is the area in its entirety. 25 areas. We only have 1 to start with. You've got to buy the others. It's actually a huge area you have to start with. So this is the freeway over there. I'm just going to pause the game. No point having it running. So this is a freeway. This is the only way in and out of your city for traffic. So I have to connect to it. I've got minimal options. I can't select any other road except the smallest, which sucks. Here, just going to extend the road. And now the other road types become available. Bloody annoying. So I'm going to upgrade that to a 6-lane highway. And what tool am I looking for? I'm looking for the straight road. Right, get off, get off. And then I'm going to connect that one to there. So now we have 3 lanes coming in, 3 lanes going out separately, and then we have a combined 6-lane road with the 3 lanes going either way. So the traffic won't interfere with each other, which is a good thing. And because traffic gets a bit dense later on, I'm going to continue with this particular... Actually, no, I don't need to. I can go for the 4-lane road because these roads are the same width. Save a bit of money, at least initially. So, I know, I'm probably confusing you already, but I've played this game already, so I've played it for a few hours. I already kind of know what I'm doing. Some road in there. Again, there's guidelines to help you put everything in to make sure you're using the most of the space. So now that's where my first residential area is going to be. I need power. So only thing we have a wind turbine technically. How much is the coal-fired power plant? 40. Yeah, I've never tried putting all wind turbines in before. There's plenty of wind down the coast. Actually, yeah, I might try that. Usually I put the dirty plant in, but let's have a go with the clean one instead. Water. We have to be a bit dirty with this one, I'm afraid. Water inflow from the river, and sewage outflow has to be upriver. That's what these arrows on the river are for. Otherwise you end up taking up dirty water. You can clean the water with a treatment plant, but only later on. And finally, the setup. Low density zoning. I'm just going to select that area in the middle. And then owing to the way in which I know I'm going to upgrade this area, I'm going to leave a little space there just in case I want to expand the roads in either direction. And I'm going to fast forward the game because really that's the only sensible way to play this. And we wait. And there it is. First house, second house. And they're going in. Yep, there they go. Status bar in the bottom right hand corner. That big green bar indicates that there is an abundance of demand for residential zones. Okay. I thought I piped the water in already. I haven't connected that pipe to the rest of them. There we go. Right. That was my mistake. It's a mistake I'll make a lot. And we have the makings of a city. We just have to kind of wait for it to get going at this point. At the moment, the city's running at a loss, but that won't last long. Just have to wait for the population to go up a bit. I said a bit. There we go. First milestone, 320, Little Hamlet. Okay. We're running at a profit already, which is something that SimCity never used to. You'd just start to make a profit and then it'd say, oh sorry, we need you to build this and it's going to cost you a lot every year. Oh thanks. Thanks. I just got a handle on my finances and you ruined it. Thank you very much. It does that. Does the old SimCity games. This isn't so bad. You get into profit straight away and you tend to stay there for a while. It's just because the original SimCity games just demanded too much of you too soon. Or at least that's how I always thought of it. It was a pain in the arse, put it that way. More residential demand, as evidenced by the big green bar on the toolbar. Itchy nose, itchy nose. Boom! Lots of smiley faces. I like that effect. It's like everyone's happy because now there's no water to it. Every time! Every sodding time! What is it with me and water? I remember to connect everything with power, mostly. Well, no, actually I don't, because it becomes unnecessary after a while, because all the zones link up. Districts, powerful tool, which I will completely forget about in 5 seconds. Fire and police department, new industry specialisms. Okay, what was I going to talk about? God, I did say 5 seconds, didn't I? I've literally forgotten. I have to write everything down. Okay. Okay, so the two areas are almost meeting. If we build some, if they get some more industrial, there we go. Water! Water! I'll get the hang of this eventually. Let's destroy that. Hoping I haven't just cut power to the entire city by doing that. No, I haven't, thank goodness. Right, generating a lot of ground pollution from the industrial zone. Let us correct that with the zone, with the district tool, sorry. So select the district tool, and with this you can paint districts, which is helpful. And there we go, we've painted a new district, and it's automatically named it Pleasant Park. By the way, the game names all the roads for you as well, but you can rename them yourself, it's not a problem. Right, what was I going to do? Okay, we now have, as of one of the last milestones, we now have industry specialist types. So at the moment it's set to generic industry. I'm going to change it to farming. Bing! And so now those buildings will specialise in farming. So all these general industry buildings will get knocked down. They'll disappear and be replaced by farm buildings. Water usage will go up, but it won't pollute the land as much. Whoa! All those buildings just disappeared. The power's been cut. Oh dear, it's just one of those days. There we go. That's a lot of blackouts. Panic over. Right. Traffic flow is fine. Again, this is one of these things where if you're colourblind, you're going to struggle. Because most of this is colour-coded. The traffic is going to become a problem. Industrial demand is up. If I simply put the industrial zoning in, the number of trucks going in and out is going to skyrocket. Let's select this area, 7,400, let's buy it. Boom! Now we have more area to build, which means we can now access the highway. Pre-built waiting for you, 25,930. It's a weird price because it's literally just a network of roads that just happen to make up a junction. Boom. All done, nice and simple. It connects four freeways together. It took me 45 minutes to build one of these myself because I didn't know what I was doing. Not an off-ramp. Freeway, highway, whatever. Connect everything together. And there we go. And the traffic doesn't even care that anything's changed. It acknowledges nothing, does the traffic. And there we go. And they'll simply drive straight out. And other trucks will drive straight in. Bit of a pause for the kink in the road, but otherwise, direct access. Wow, look at that tailback. Because they're all in the same lane. So this is why I try and keep junctions to a minimum on the main roads. This is why I've stopped all those 3 roads short, because every single one of them that joins onto that 6-lane carriageway, it's just going to slow it down. Oh God. There are traffic lights at that junction. I know there are, I can see them. Jesus, that tailback's getting worse. I need to do something. Oops. Mistake. Come here. There we go. No, change direction. There we go. Right, so I've effectively created a ring road. I'm sorry, but that's cool when they suddenly all change direction and all of a sudden the queue evaporates. See, this is why town planners do ring roads. Suddenly all the traffic is just let loose. And it's an advantage to have 6 lanes of it because the traffic lights are green for a certain length of time, which means they're green for a certain length of time for every lane. So the more lanes widthways you have, the more traffic you get out. I think. At least that's my theory. Oh, wait a minute. I saw that. There's a building on fire. There's a building on fire. And the fire is extinguished. See, that's why you have a fire department. Sorry to say, but I'm going to upgrade this stretch of road to be a one-way highway as well. There we go. So now we've got a sort of a double loop. I wonder if the loop would function any better if those bits were... If this bit was also a one-way. Problem is you don't know, do you? Okay, so I've turned the industrial zone into a big game of Ring Around the Roses. Getting a bit of of a pile up at the beginning. The trucks are moving around the network very well, but oh boy, we're getting a tail back. That was a mistake, wasn't it? The traffic is not flowing as freely as it was. Because they're all getting into the other lane. It's not working. Not working. Okay. Let's go back. I'm going to keep the traffic moving in that direction though, so... Now, I love how the trucks just turn 180 on the spot and go back the other way. I'd say that solved the problem. Jesus Christ. Do these trucks use any turn signals? Oh shit, the traffic lights have gone. That's my fault. Traffic lights on. There we go. God, there's a massive shortage of skilled workers there. More abandoned buildings. I'm sorry, did I just knock that building down and a tree just sprung up out from under it? That was funny. But I don't know how people do this in real life, because you've got to wait a hell of a lot longer for any results to come in, and by the time you realise you cocked up, it's too late. You've cocked up and wasted a shitload of money in the process. I've just noticed my bank balance is at 160,000. It's because I haven't been paying attention to it. I've been trying to get this bloody loop sorted out. So after an hour and 40 minutes, this is what the city looks like. It's looking quite a bit bigger than it did. The residential zone is way bigger than the other two zones, of course. I think I've finally gotten the industrial area's traffic problem under control, but I can't make that zone much bigger without creating a bigger problem. The landfill's getting 89% full. And I still haven't got a disposal, an incineration plant. I'm going to have to build another one. I didn't want to have to do that, but I'm going to have to. City's getting pretty big now. I have got that spare connection on the other side of the highway, although it does have to skip over the railway line first, so that's a bit of a bugger. But I can expand that way if I want. Well, it's that way, as far as you're concerned. It's that way on my screen. There's a fire, there's a fire. And this is where the one-way system hampers the fire department. There they are. I could alter some of this to be high-density commercial, I suppose. It's just that it will increase traffic in the centre. I could modify the centre of it, couldn't I? To high commercial, to high density. I could modify a bit of it. It generates noise, you see, so you don't want high density areas next to low density ones of a different type. Hey, and several very high prominence businesses just went out of business. There we go. Although I noticed not all of them did. Right, so let's get a bigger city centre in. Let's get a proper city centre. There they go. So we've gone for high density. Right, I'm going to put in some high density residential, but not right next to the low density, because that would be incredibly annoying. I'm going to use a bit of a commercial zone to act as a buffer. Well, this is the high density residential zone I've built, and it's just over there up to the top of the city, giving it a bit of a berth between the low density and high density stuff. I was thinking I could just stick a commercial zone in between them. Low density, of course. Don't want to drive everyone utterly bloody bonkers. Oh! I didn't know I could do that. You can select each one, and then there's these like you can go through the sub menus, or you can just highlight it and press up, and you can see all of them on screen. I didn't know you could do that. I mean, those are all the unique buildings, and most of them need to be unlocked, but yeah, that would have been nice to know. Because that's a damn sight. Look at that. All those props I can simply cycle through. Bloody hell. Oh dear, the fire's spreading. Fire is spreading. Oh dear. High density. Yeah, high density residential. Bad, 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 bad. Well, that's the city after just over 3 hours. Yeah, it takes a long time. I do quite like it though. I like fiddling around with all the details and laying the city out. It's my kind of thing, is this, and all the guidelines make it a doddle for laying out the roads, and the roads have the zones tacked onto the edges of them, so you don't even have to worry about that so much. But yeah, it takes you a while to build up to be environmentally friendly. I finally got rid of all the landfill sites. I've just got the incinerators now. Not that they're much better for the environment. And if I get the population count up to, what was it, something like, 12,000 or something? Yeah, 12,000, I'll eventually have access to the water treatment plant, which means that that massive streak down the river will be gone as well. So the only pollution I'll be creating is from the rubbish I burn. I don't know if you can get around that. I'm guessing the green DLC pack will let you get around it, but I don't think I can with what's included in the game. Yeah, I think I'm just about done after 3 hours. Like, dislike, comment, subscribe and share, all that jazz. See you next time.